The Apamprama Forest Reserve, previously a biodiversity hotspot, cultural heritage, and a high climate mitigation ecosystem, has been reduced largely to a wasteland by illegal mining. Thousands of hectares of the forest, about 40 to 50% of this valuable resource, is gone.
The Apamprama Forest Reserve has been under siege by illegal miners. So for some years now, I can say almost about 40 to 50% of the forest area is gone.
This has brought negative climate-induced hardship on farmers and residents of communities around the reserve.
It is the forest that gives farmers in this area rain to farm. But now, if God doesn't intervene, we will not have the rains to grow our crops.
According to experts, the soil is contaminated with heavy metals, mainly arsenic.
A typical area that we shouldn't have seen traces of heavy metal, and to be specific, arsenic. Arsenic is a naturally occurring element. However, with little disturbance that we do to the soil or the land, it can come by itself.
Experts say it will take over a century to return the Apamprama Forest Reserve to its ecological function. But a reclamation expert is leading a number of young people employed from one of the affected towns, Odahu, to restore compartments 2, 3, 18 and 19. Unipower Mining Company has an entry permit from the Forestry Commission for the pilot project. From a degraded land full of pits and gullies, they have used the same soil in the land area to level up. They are also preserving some of the artificial water-filled pits created by illegal mining to serve as wetlands within a new ecosystem being created to replace the old one. The plan, according to experts, is to grow trees with the ability to extract poisonous heavy metals from the soil over time.
The species that we are planting, typically the mahogany species, the Ophramo, they have the ability, the potential to absorb and to uptake these heavy metals from the soil. The Cedrella odorata that we've made is a fast-growing species. Within a short period of time, there's a later fall, and that will decompose and add nutrient to the soil. Again, it will promote shade for the other seed. We are not adopting single plantation or what we call pure stand. We are going in for a mixed stand, and for a mixed stand, it is very robust, and at the end of the day, we can achieve the integrity of the ecosystem that we want to achieve.
The experts say they hope to catch the eye of government and funding agencies after the pilot to be able to cover the entire degraded forest and beyond. David William Alan Thomas is the project director for Better Land Company Limited, consultants for the pilot reclamation project.
We've set up a nursery to grow more of the seedlings in preparation for when we're ready to plant them. We've also got a research area where we're trying different samplings to see how well they may grow in this particular terrain. So that's what we're doing. We believe that it has to be addressed, and we're hopeful that if we can show that it can be done properly, that we may secure funding internally or externally, hopefully internally, so we can continue this project. Because if it's not addressed, the land will just completely lie fallow, and that's an absolute shame for Ghana.
The Forestry Commission is supervising this pilot exercise. Ernest Adofo is Bekwai District Forest Manager.
We demarcated the compartment into a 10-hectare block to make it easy for us to monitor the activity. So the first 10-hectare plot is what the company is reclaiming now. The earthwork is completed they've done almost about 90% of the pegging, and then planting is almost about 80%. So the project is progressing very well. And then one encouraging thing that they've done at the area is how they are using drip irrigation to at least provide water for the seedlings planted during the dry season. And I think that is perfectly, it's marvelous. And we are satisfied with whatever the company is doing over there.
For now, the youth of Odaho, some of whom were young when the devastation of the Apamprama Forest Reserve occurred, are happy being part of its restoration.
Ne nua bia ni han na ha pa be ne ya wo musi ense nua na e mani je pa sa abasa aman
ye hwese de na asasin sitie na ase be du sabre na me pa bia abasa nensesan abasa ye nua no ame anya ni je nya ho keka bi se daache no e de ahoto ne ani je bi bebre yen.
This marks the beginning of the restoration of the devastated Apamprama Forest Reserve. Should government be satisfied with this pilot project, then it will be extended to the devastated lands of the Apamprama Forest Reserve. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Apamprama Forest Reserve, Odaho, Ashanti Region.